So this video is about how to use manual mode inside of your camera, how to get from one place to another, how to take a photo without looking awful. And we'll get right into it. I don't have a lav mic right now. I don't have any mic right here, so it sucks. I know. We're gonna have to do with what we have. Hopefully it's loud enough, but we'll find out. This is a lens. This is a 50mm at 1.8. 50 millimeters. What's 50 millimeters? What is that? Well, that's actually the focal length. That's how far the lens zooms. I'm sure you knew that. If you didn't, yeah, that's how far this lens zooms. Let's say you have a lens like 250 millimeters. This thing will zoom up to 250 millimeters. Now, I also mentioned something called 1.8, and that's actually the aperture. Every lens has an aperture, and this has an aperture of f4.56. Now, what does that even mean? What is that? Well, that's the aperture, like I said. What's the aperture? Aperture determines, I guess, how big your pupil dilates. So every pupil dilates, right? Yours dilates. When it gets really bright, I know when you're outside, really bright, come inside, it's really dark inside, right? That's because your pupil has to close back down. And the smaller it is, the less light gets in, which means the darker the whole entire image is. Same thing like cameras. The lens is actually designed with the eye in mind. So if your shutter speed, how fast you blink would be how fast you take the picture, right? I know it looked really weird there. The aperture is the same thing with this. It closes down just like your pupils close down when there's large amounts of light, so that way you can dial it down and actually see. So it's not that really not that little. So it's not that bright. Really awesome. Now the smaller the number, the more blurrier, the more bokeh you get, like this image right here. If you have an aperture of 4, not the greatest for indoor photography. That being, I'm not saying it's impossible. I shoot everything on this here, so no. But what I'm saying is it's really dark. And the reason that is because the aperture is smaller the number of the aperture means bigger the hole, bigger the aperture, bigger the pupil. And like I said, when you let more light in, the more blurry the background becomes. Ever want to get a lens in the world, this is the first lens you should get. I guarantee it'll be awesome. Then get an 18 something, get a really wide lens. Next thing, you have your shutter speed. Now let's talk about shutter speed. So let's say you're gonna take a photo. You're gonna take a photo of a race car. This thing zooms past, okay, 1,000,000 miles per hour or kilometers, wherever you're from. I'm from Canada, so I'm gonna say kilometers. 1,000,000 kilometers. Your camera probably won't be able to shoot that, so let's dial it down all the way down to 100 kilometers an hour. You're gonna want to crank your shutter speed really high. Now what the shutter speed does is it depends how fast that shutter closes that takes the image. Every camera has a shutter. That's how it takes the image. The longer the shutter, the more bright it gets because it lets in so much light. But the faster it goes, the more frozen the image gets, and also the darker the image will get because it closes really fast. Not much light is gonna get in, right? So another thing is ISO. Now what's ISO? That's an interesting question. Well, let me tell you. So let's say you take an image. It's too dark. Can't change my shutter speed because it's at where it's at. I can't change it. Can't dial down my aperture because it's stuck too. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna brighten up my ISO, right? Awesome. Boom. Bump it up to like 32,000. Okay, or 3,200. My bad. Popped up there. It's bright. It's also really grainy. And the reason being because your sensor in your camera, when you take the image, let's say at 3,200, like I said, 3,200, the image brightens up, but it also adds a lot of grain, and that's because your sensor is really sensitive to light. So when you increase the ISO, you're increasing how sensitive it is to light, and then when it captures all that light, it also adds unwanted light. It adds noise, really unflattering look, like this. Is that what you want? No, you don't want that, right? So that's why we don't usually try and stay to low numbers. If you're ever gonna take a photo, bump it on a low ISO number. I'm getting distracted, but I'm serious. Leave it on a low number. Don't change it. If you have to go higher than, don't go no higher than 6,400. But remember, photography is art. You go as high as you want. I've gone at 25,600 and my image looked amazing. I just reduced the grain in post. It looked awesome. Okay, so this video was extremely rushed. I had to get this in for school. I'm sorry. But yeah, my name is Denzel Hooke, and I hope you guys, my name is Denzel Hooke, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked more, watch the next one. If you didn't, drop a dislike. If you did, drop a comment. and like it and subscribe. I love subscribers. I like to see everyone growing, and just a general population when people watch my videos. Even though I've been vacant for like 4 months, I'm back. Don't worry. Anyway, my name is Denzel. I hope you guys enjoyed something. I'm gonna remake this video because I know this is really rushed. I just had to get it out there, but we're gonna remake this. But I tried to explain everything really well. Hope you did too. If you know cameras, you understood everything I said. If you didn't, then rewind it and ask me to remake it. If you guys enjoyed the video, this is a 55 to 200, by the way. This is a 50 mil. If you have any questions about any of the gear I use, drop a comment. I'll definitely answer. Don't sweat it. Anyway, my name's Denzel. See you guys later. We have to do the whole intro and outro exit. So, yeah. See you guys later. My name's Denzel. Peace.